shocked everyone, took out Big Boofa, and also 1 week ago in the opening round, shattering the heart of Love Dog and making his way here tonight to take on Fancy Ryan Clancy.
I like Love Dog. I love Love Dog. He didn't stand a chance, man. Tyree is a scary man.
He's always been a scary competitor. He's always been ferocious. We always knew that if there was an open champion, he would be at the top of the list to be the first one. But now with this changed spirit, this reinvigorated force, Tyree Taylor is 1 step away from the Final Four, the semifinals. And with Brother Greatness by his side, again, a different side of Brother Greatness. Who knows what the ceiling is for him? Who knows?
Could be the first ever Wrestling Open champion.
He very well could be. But there is one man standing in his way. It is Fancy Ryan Clancy. A man who has seen his share of ups and downs here at Wrestling Open, having to fight his way out of the Stetson Ranch at one point last year, having that incredible best-of-5 series with Danny Miles to end the year, and then going one-on-one, matching wits with Zack Sabre Jr., and it's not as if he was overwhelmed. He was neck and neck with Zack that entire time.
You know, Ryan Clancy's had a breakout year. I mean, even being able to compete at American Rana alongside Thomas Santel, able to get it done on his own as well. Just this past Sunday, knocking off Tracy Williams, the man that vouched for him to get the match with Zack Sabre Jr.
This one is going to be very intriguing. Let's go up to Rich Palladino.
This week's Wrestling Open main event is a quarterfinal round match in the Wrestling Open Championship Tournament, scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first to my left, accompanied to ringside by Brother Greatness. Representing the Church of Greatness, weighing in at 330 pounds, Tyree Taylor. His opponent in the corner to my right is sponsored tonight by Jeff Peterson, MD, wrestling out of New York, New York, weighing in at 202 pounds, Clancy, Ryan Clancy.
How many times have we seen Ryan Clancy in there with some bad men, and he doesn't shy away at all?
I love the fight in Clancy. I still don't really like his chances here tonight.
And how many times have we seen him injured over and over, whether it's at the hands of Steven Stetson, whether it was because of Ray Jazz, Brad Hollister. I mean, he has gone in there taking a beating, taking a licking. Keep on ticking as I get those words out, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Well,
he is triple
Paul,
tough.
Tyree Taylor, he was also put on the shelf by Ray Jazz. We thought he was only going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. He was out almost 3 months. And I almost wondered if Tyree Taylor was going to come back. And who knows? Who knows what was going through his head, what kind of doubt, what kind of ability he had. You know who we said reached out to him, though? It was Brother Greatness. But what Tyree doesn't know, it's Brother Greatness trying to do the same thing with Boofa. Right?
He was.
He tries to play this game. How many people have come and go in the Church of Greatness?
Last year, it was like a revolving door at one point, but it has locked down quite significantly.
So who's helping who? Who's using who? That's what I want to know. Ryan Clancy looks to be coming to this matchup in the best shape of his entire career. Tyree Taylor also slimming down significantly, but Clancy's given up so much size and strength. He's going to have to use that finesse. Like you said, he studied the greats. From whenever they first started taping wrestling matches, that's what Clancy studied. That's the style that he likes to implement. He's so fundamentally sound, he very, very rarely makes a mistake.
That's why he's so good. No one studies the 50s, 60s, 70s, so when he throws different techniques at you, you have no idea how to counter it because you've never seen it before. But there is a classic wrestling technique if I ever saw one, DC.
Well, Clancy unable to avoid impact on that. What goes up must come down. That is the laws of physics. And I got to tell you what, Paul, fancy Ryan Clancy, he's just taking a berating. Tyree Taylor just continues to run his mouth.
Tyree's a very smart guy. Whether he knows or not that Brother Greatness is trying to get something out of this relationship, I don't think it matters because I think to him what matters the most is loyalty. And that is what he said. Brother Greatness was the only one who was there for him, and he's going to repay that loyalty.
Well, I'm sure becoming the first ever Wrestling Open champion probably ranks pretty high on that list, too. Well, I don't know who's using who. All I know is that Clancy's a man standing on his own here tonight, and one of these two competitors is going to be the first to enter the semifinals. What's that, down to the Final Four?
Final Four. Next week, we are going to have 3 other contests. We will have 4 left at the end of next week. Can you believe that? After all this time, the build-up to this tournament, we're almost down to the Final Four.
And you said that before we go off the air tonight, we're going to find out more information on the remaining brackets and matchups, correct?
We're going to show the rest of the remaining matchups and the updated bracket. Because remember, the winner of this is in the semifinals. They have to wait until the end of next week to find out who they face in the Final Four.
Now, Paul, what was the time limit for this match as we head into the quarterfinal round?
30 minutes.
30-minute second round. Wrestling Open singles tournament, going to crown our first ever singles champion. Could it be the heavyweight Tyree Taylor or the fancy man Ryan Clancy?
Out of the way.
Clancy's got to do. Clancy has to avoid any big contact from Tyree Taylor because all it takes is one move like that discus lariat.
Over and over again on those arm ringers, Clancy has picked a target. He is going after it full force. But Tyree Taylor using that freakish strength to avoid, but Clancy keeps fighting like he always does.
Paul, I don't want to question the strategy of Clancy. Opening match, we saw BRG go after the arm of Ichiban. Ichiban won. Then we saw Antonio Cristiano Zambrano going after the arm of the Wild Hound, Johnny Rivera. Johnny Rivera won. If I'm a betting man and I'm Clancy, I don't know, man. Like, you got to figure out how to switch it up, but you might not have the opportunity now. How did Tyree Taylor leaping almost 10 feet in the air, connecting with the kick? How do you scout that? How do you block that? How do you survive that?
The athleticism. We talked about Johnny Rivera's freakish strength and his freakish athleticism. That was from another planet from Tyree Taylor, as he tells referee Bill Thompson, count him. He was very adamant. He told referee Bill Thompson, count his ass. That's what he said.
Tyree's going to make it into the Final Four with a count-out victory by hook or by crook. He don't care.
Up to 8.
To raise his hand already, but beating the 10 count was Ryan Clancy just to get kicked back out to the floor.
Tyree sending Clancy down with a right hand, and Clancy hitting that wood floor hard. There is no padding here. I can't imagine falling down in the ring where there's a little bit of padding and give, let alone on that wood floor.
About an inch just to keep all the boards from falling out.
Another count out. I am shocked because the old Tyree Taylor wouldn't have accepted this.
Well, this ain't the old Tyree Taylor. This is the Church of Greatness. This is Tyree Taylor.
And he is brand new, he is fresh, looking to make it 2 straight. Tries an elbow, but Clancy gets out of the way.
It's very telling to me Clancy's wrestling with his mouth open. That means that he is gasping for air, Paul. Not something that we typically see given his conditioning.
Gonna try that sunset flip. Tyree Taylor holding on here.
Got him away from the ropes. Can he take him over?
Oh no.
Hands clapped around the neck. Brings him up to a vertical base, shoves him into the corner. Misses with the clothesline, and now rattling off shots to the midsection, now the European uppercut.
Here comes Clancy. Charges in with that running European uppercut.
It's a very different opponent than what we're used to seeing. Oh my God, he broke his clavicle.
Absolutely smashes Clancy.
That was like a head-on collision on 290. That was bad, Paul. The referee might need to step in.
That is it.
Lay down, Clancy. Come on. Barely anything out of that.
As much as I agree with you, you know Clancy isn't going to lay down. If he's conscious, he's going to keep trying. But I don't know how smart that is, because as much as we talked about the battles that Ryan Clancy had, that was a different level.
Well, I don't know what I just heard, but if my ears didn't deceive me, it sounded like a bone breaking. So whether or not Clancy realizes it or the adrenaline is keeping him in this fight, the referee might need to step in. I swear to God, he broke his collarbone. Oh, now he might have just broken a rib. There's a difference, Paul, between doing what it takes to win a professional wrestling match and crossing the line to do physical damage. I'm talking the difference between working hurt and being injured.
Tyree is letting Clancy know he is talking his ear off as he tries to stomp the soul out of Clancy and head in to the semifinals. But Ryan Clancy, pain be damned, keeps trying to get back on his feet. But Tyree is just too much for the fancy man.
The fans doing everything they can to try and will Clancy back up to a vertical base. Look at that neck crank in the ropes. Bending the rules, bending his opponent's neck, breaking the rules, maybe breaking his opponent's neck.
Tyree now stalking.
Clancy doesn't even know where he is right now, Paul. I don't know, man. I think this one should have been stopped. I don't want to be the one to make the decision to take Clancy's chances or shot at that title away from him, but this has gotten extremely uncomfortable. Just devastating. Devastating, not even letting up.
Absolutely overwhelming to a degree that Ryan Clancy has never seen before here at Open.
He's trying to fight back, give him credit, right? To your point, but one well-placed knee to the midsection, he collapsed.
And you hear Brother Greatness out here on the floor talking his trash as well as he tries to spread the good word of the Church of Greatness, with Tyree Taylor going into the semi-final round, perhaps.
Well, I think that Brother Greatness is a human plague.
He's trying that body slam. It is a desperate act from a desperate person. Taylor's just he is such brute strength, DC. Good Lord!
One arm. Ain't never seen The Rock do it like that. Sorry.
That was brutal. Animalistic from Tyree Taylor.
Right, enough. 1, 2, 3, come on. It should have been a mercy kill at that point.
Clancy getting the shoulder up one more time. You can hear this crowd in Worcester rallying behind Fancy Ryan Clancy.
You want to talk faith, Paul, that's something to believe in. Clancy gives these people something to believe in. They think that he can gut it out, even with this abdominal claw.
But it is a savage, barbaric beating that Tyree Taylor continues to give to Clancy here in the quarterfinals.
Paul, that move, he was trying to reach under his rib cage. And just challenging him.
Tyree, sadistic, telling Ryan Clancy, to stay down.
Paul, this is tough to call. This is tough to watch. Now a back fist. He's done.
Saying your family loves you. Think about that psychological warfare.
I mean, we know that his parents watch on IWT every week when they're not able to make it up here. There's no reason to stoop to those lengths and make it that personal.
Oh, just a headbutt, and we say Fancy Ryan Clancy lives up to his name, but man, that was an uncivilized headbutt, if I've ever seen one.
Look at the confidence etched on the face of Tyree Taylor, and now finally he's starting to get frustrated. He's wondering what it's going to take. We saw him knock off Love Dog last week with that Brooklyn Zoo seated powerbomb. He lifted Love Dog. Oh, you can see Tyree's face. He lifted him about 2 feet over his own body just to drive him down, crashing from the heavens.
Tyree Taylor looking to put away Fancy Ryan Clancy, pulling him back to his feet.
Again, we want to thank Fancy Ryan Clancy, sponsor at Pentas Alley 9. Oh, no.
There may not be anything left to sponsor after this
That's
match.
Jeff Peterson, MD. That would make him a medical doctor. Maybe he's going to be meeting with Clancy first thing in the morning.
Here's the drop kick. He's back in this one.
You got to be kidding me.
Unbelievable. Charges in with the splash in the corner. Here comes Clancy. Does he have enough in the gas tank, DC?
If you were trying to describe to me what was happening without me being able to see it before my very eyes, I flat out wouldn't believe you, Paul.
An act of God perhaps here with Clancy getting back into this matchup as he uses Taylor as a battering ram in that corner.
This is the first time that we've seen all match that it feels like Tyree
Can he get him up?
could be in trouble. Get him up. He can hold him up
He
there for the rest of the
hits
night.
the body slam.
But how much damage did he do to his back? What condition is his shoulder in? What's the status of his ribs, Paul? Maybe it doesn't even matter. Maybe some things are bigger than what the physical anatomy of a human being is able to withstand.
He is back in it. He is going to go up top. Could it be that fancy splash?
Throwing caution to the wind. What the hell? Give it a shot.
He hits the splash. But DC, the damage has been done. Clancy can't make the cover.
And Tyree Taylor so smart to roll out of position for being pinned.
I cannot believe that. Clancy, from out of nowhere, getting back into this contest, and I thought he had it won.
You don't think he'll take a count-out victory, do you?
The damage done to that midsection this entire match just cost Clancy a shot in the semifinals.
Would you blame him if he
hold
did?
on!
And instead, 2 for the price of 1. Wiping out Tyree Taylor and Brother Greatness. He's got this place rocking and rolling.
Unbelievable Herculean effort from Fancy Ryan Clancy in the quarterfinals. Brothers down, Tyree's down. Can he get him in the ring and punch his ticket into the Final Four?
Mark my words right now, Paul. If Clancy can beat Tyree Taylor tonight, there's not a single man in this tournament that could beat Ryan Clancy. You're going to be looking at the first ever Wrestling Open singles champion here tonight. Clancy
Pulling himself back into the ring, and maybe he's gonna go up one more time. I think he has to. He is up top. Tyree out of the way. Tries the discus into a DDT. He got him. Make the cover.
1, 2, 3.
Tyree out at 2. I thought that was it, DC.
Nothing beats being here, Paul. Every Thursday forever. One of these two men is going to be advancing to the Final Four of the Wrestling Open title tournament. Could it be Fancy Ryan Clancy? Could it be the Church of Greatness? It's Tyree Taylor. Tyree trying to get back up to his feet. This could be a mistake. Ryan Clancy had him down, but he's got his sights set on that Russian leg sweep. Oh, Tyree Taylor's too big.
He is holding on, muscling. Clancy, oh no, no, no. He has him up. Clancy fighting with everything that he has. Standing switch off the ropes into the discus lariat. Clancy is dead.
He's saying it's not enough. How's that not enough?
He is saying it's not enough. Clancy, he's about to take a ride to the Brooklyn. He's out. He is out.
I don't think that matters. Tyree can absolutely muscle him up right now.
What is going on? Who is that?
Oh, you gotta get the fans out. That's not a fan.
Oh, that is Big Boofa. Big Boofa is here. He is on the apron. He is back after 2 weeks again.
It seemed like Tyree was going to align himself with Boofa against the Church of Greatness.
He takes a swing at Boofa. There is the drop kick off the ropes. Cradle. Clancy is into the semifinals. Clancy, Ryan Clancy is into the final for the semifinals. And the damage done to Buffa 2 weeks ago just came back to haunt the Church of Greatness, DC.
That was an absolutely incredible match. I tell you, with every single round,
They're chasing him
tougher
up.
and tougher. Yeah, Buffa better hightail it out of here.
Folks, thank you for joining us. We have so much to unpack. Let's take a look at the remaining quarterfinal matchups. We will see you next week.